another man, his like it makes it, y'all, we having a conversation. Where am I on my list? And I did write down what I'm going to talk about for fitness chats with Shan. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm almost done with my list. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the like button. This point that I want to push, right? Don't let your past dictate your future, right? Don't let your parents' limitation, don't let your parents' mistake dictate your future. Yeah, you were born in the family you were born in. Yeah, you made your mistakes. And I'm talking to my long titty sisters, the long titty sisters who actually want to pick up their titty and listen to the message, right? My big bone sisters who is in the gym at least 20 minutes of cardio 4 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week. This is who I'm talking to. You made your mistakes and you didn't know, because we got to give grace, because a lot of times we didn't know. A lot of times we weren't aware of these things. Again, that's why it's important to go sit with kosher clinician or with Nelson, get the assessment, bring these things to your awareness. But a lot of times we didn't know, so we have to give grace. But for how long are we going to hold on to our excuses? For how long are we going to hold on to our limitation? For how long are we going to hold on to the fact that, well, I was raised in a single parent household, so I don't know any better? How long are we going to do that for before we say, you know what, I'm not going to let my kids repeat my patterns. I'm not going to let my kids repeat my mistake. I'm not going to let my kids have to go through the same thing I went through. And too many of us do that. And then it's like, even if you don't want to come out and share your story, stay quiet while others do. Stay quiet while people are up here trying to say, hey, this is not okay. Shout out to Mona, said she got her workout in today. Big up yourself, Mona. What did you do? I did legs today. It's very odd that I do legs on Wednesday, but we gotta adjust. We gotta do it. Shout out to TR baby for the 149. So Thomas, I did read your super chat. You had said, where is it? I lost it. But I did read it when you said foreign black women are the real queens. Siobhan, again, shout out to you, said they are now saying men should sit down when. They're now saying men should sit down when urinating to support the alphabet community. And that is something I also wanted to talk about. Shout out to you because you reminded me of that. We're going to put the alphabet community to the side because, right? No shade to the alphabet community and the agenda that they're trying to push, but we got bigger things to deal with than to, because as I said, we so worried about the alphabet community, but this is in our household, right? Like, come on. Let's talk about the sit down and urinate. So I share my background in foster care a lot, and there being in foster care, there are some courses, there's some certification that I had to get and stuff. And y'all know about touch point training. If you know, powerful training. It talks about a lot about children's developmental stage and things that they learn at different stage, XYZ, right? One thing that it highlights is how a child learn by observing you. You can tell a child to do something 1,010 times, but he will not do it. He's gonna do what you are doing. He's gonna observe you. And shout out to my moms in the chat. I know y'all can co-sign this. You can tell your child, do not do that, or you can even tell your child, do that. And if you're doing something completely opposite, the child is going to follow what you're doing. Children are sponges. They observe. They take the behavior from their parents. They observe the behavior of the parent, right? Going back to Siobhan's point, we're going to talk about something as simple as peeing. These women ladies, we don't stand and pee. So you can tell your son to stand and pee. You can potty train your son and tell him to stand and pee. But if there isn't a dad in the household for him to observe, yeah, it's a little odd. Why is a child in the bathroom when the dad peeing? But hear what I'm saying. There are some things that men do that women we don't do, and we're going to break it down and keep it as simple. Because you remember, we're 5 over here. We're talking to us like we're 5. We're going to keep it something as simple as peeing. We don't stand and pee. So how on earth do y'all think that we can teach our boys how to stand and pee if children observe their parents? If children do what you do and not what you say, y'all get where I'm going with that?